So we're halfway there. You've begun to do the work of Imagineering, as Walt Disney called it. Tough at times, isn't it? Scary, too. One of the most frequent experiences people have in the dreaming room could best be described as boredom. Boredom is the greatest antidote for suppressed creativity. Rather than dealing with the obvious difficulty of going beyond where we are, of freeing ourselves from the prison we've created for ourselves, yes, we have, every one of us, instead we choose to be bored, to distract ourselves from the pain of our limitations by watching television or by addictions to cigarettes, to alcohol, to sugar and fat, and all those other good things which seduce us to sleep. Hear me, I'm not judging you, not at all. I'm just calling your attention to the fact of it, that instead of creating, we vegetate. Instead of originating, we follow the paths of our neighbors. We buy stuff, and then we buy more stuff, and then we buy even more stuff. In short, rather than creating a world of creators, we've created instead a world of consumers. Well, here in the dreaming room, we're committed to creating a world of creators. That's right, you. Every single one of you. No boredom allowed in the dreaming room. It's time to create. So up till now, we've introduced you to the dreamer and the thinker. We've given you an experience of what creating a dream looks like and feels like. And then we shared with you the role of the thinker, who is the most important ally of the dreamer. The thinker creates the vision through which the dream will manifest itself in the world. But there's more to the vision than just the business model it will emulate. There are the 4 essential ingredients every company must address if it is to satisfy what we call the 4 primary influencers of every company, no matter how small or large that company might be. Those 4 essential ingredients we call the 4 preferences. In other words, each of your 4 primary influencers, your customer, your employees, your vendors, and your lenders, each experience the world in 4 different ways: visually, emotionally, functionally, and financially. In short, each of your influencers have visual preferences, emotional preferences, functional preferences, and financial preferences. Which means, as you design, build, launch, and grow your company, from a job to a practice to a business to an enterprise, you're going to have to make visual decisions, emotional decisions, functional decisions, and financial decisions. How your new venture looks, how it feels, how it works, and the money of it, both from a profit perspective on your side of the fence and on a price perspective on your customer side of the fence. And even as I tell you that, I know it's hugely overwhelming. How in the world are you going to do that, you're asking yourself? Well, that's what's going to happen over your next 2 dreaming room sessions. We're going to begin that conversation with you so you can immediately overcome your fear about how unprepared you think you are to overcome the challenge we're putting here right in front of you. The good news is that there are models of all this out there in the world. But until you begin to think about the world differently than you may be accustomed to, you'll never see those models for what they're telling you. Well, today we begin looking. Welcome to the dreaming room. Welcome to the introduction of a new state of mind. What's your dream? What's your vision? Today we'll be discussing your visual and emotional prototype. How cool can that be?
Write your own story, your life is gonna change.